This is my Tesla Model 3, and this is the roof rack I put on it to make it way more functional. Why do I have one instead of two? Well, don't worry about that. What I do have to worry about is how noisy it is. If you have had roof racks, if you have them now or have had them in the past, you'll know that sometimes there is a very high-pitched whistling and it is so annoying. Not only that, but it also affects your aerodynamics. So how can we fix that? Well, I got this Rhino-Rack off of Amazon and it's supposed to be a wind deflector. Hopefully it'll help with range. More importantly, it's gonna help with that annoying whistle. They have different sizes, so you're gonna wanna measure and make sure you get the one that fits your roof rack. Simple, long, metal piece. Let's see what else we got in here. It's a box inside of a box. Inside of this one are these pieces, and I'm assuming this is what helps latch it to your roof rack. Check that out. It's some pretty strong plastic with some metal pieces inside of here for like the bolts and the nuts. Definitely have to read the instructions because I'm not sure what's going on. So I have a couple pieces of wrap left over and it's literally pieces, like just random pieces. I don't think I have enough to do a whole sheet across here. So we're gonna have to piece this together. The main thing is just to basically make it look as good as possible and hope for the best. Most of the wrap was used up on the actual roof racks, which I did. There's a video about that on the channel. It was pretty cool. And check this front splitter out that I just did. So obviously the back doesn't matter because it's gonna go against the car, but that's all white. We're getting all white up in here. I really don't want to have to order another roll. I'm not gonna PPF this because it's like super up top. I think we should be good. So let's get to wrapping. So we got it finished and it doesn't look great on the edges, but don't look too closely at it because like from here it looks pretty good. And I mean, you're only gonna see it from a distance anyways, so that's all I care about. Now let's work on getting the parts to where we need to mount it. Oh, also I wrapped over the holes, so I gotta find that. I'll find those and then I will clip everything together. I'll see you in a second. I got 3 of the things on, but I'm going to do the last one with you. So in the box we're gonna get these guys. Now in one of the packages you're going to get a little rubber bit. Now this little rubber bit slides onto the flatter portion right here. Just gonna clip on like this, and from there we're going to put it onto our little guy right here. So line it up. It's gonna go on the back and you're just going to line the holes on the back with the holes in the front. So hole in the front, holes in the back. It's a bit hard because of my wrap. And then in that same bag you're gonna get these little nubs, look like this, and we're just gonna push it through the hole and have it go out the other side. And that is what's going to be holding the wind deflector to the car, essentially, after you bolt in the back, which we'll get to in a second when we go outside to do it. But this is pretty much it. Now, if you're worried about it not fitting for your car, don't worry about it, because this is pretty cool. These guys are flexible, so they bend, as you can see. So depending on the height of your roof rack, it's always adjustable pretty much. And you probably don't have to use all 4, right? You just have to use enough to where you're comfortable with. I know my front roof rack kind of slopes a little bit, and it's nice that this metal is pretty flexible. Now, obviously, don't bend it like crazy, but if you gotta bend it to get it to kind of sit properly, it can bend, no problem. It's totally fine. So I really like this. This option offers a ton of flexibility, and that was one of the things I was really worried about. I just bought it because it had some good reviews. Let's go outside, put this on the car. Notice how these are curved though, like this. Before we go outside, grab these pieces. These pieces are gonna be going underneath right here. Yeah, and from there, we have some washers as well as a few bolts. They're hex bolts. They're just gonna go down, bolt together. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let's go do that. I found the other washer, y'all. It was in here the whole time. Okay, you might be asking yourself, what other washer? And it's this bolt right here. I used electrical tape because I lost the washer, had no clue where it was, and didn't want to stop. So let's unscrew it. You see me screw everything else together. Remove this electrical tape. These washers are super important. So this is the washer, and this is the bolt. Has a hex head. Put the washer right here, put the bolt in there, and that's just so you don't have metal rubbing up against plastic, because you don't want that. They do give you this Allen wrench key thing, which is nice. Keep it in your car in case you ever need to undo it, but I'm not doing 8 of these if I don't have to by hand. Some of these are going to be a little bit tricky to drill in.
just because of the angle. So it helps if you like loosen the front one up a little bit and then do the second one and then tighten them both together. I just found that to be super helpful. That way you have a lot more leeway. See, now that's gonna go in super easily. And then this one up front is gonna go in way easier. There we go. Don't over tighten these, by the way. It says on the top, do not over tighten. I think this is pretty good though, y'all. Just make sure it kind of hugs the roof rack. That's pretty much it. You don't want to bend the plastic too much though, so I'm actually gonna undo that a little bit. It does not need to be crazy tight, y'all. It just needs to hug the roof rack so you feel comfortable with it being on there, and I feel comfortable. So this is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know, but I think this is done pretty good. All right, look at that. We're chilling, feeling good with that. All right, y'all, and that's pretty much it. So now we have a wind deflector on our roof racks, and I'll let you know, like right now, I'll put it on screen, you'll see it, if it whistles. Hopefully it doesn't whistle. This is the result. If it does whistle, that's gonna really suck. But I mean, there's no way, right? This is kind of like a PS, but these are all of the parts that come in it. This is the maximum and minimum like length, height, width, all that stuff. I already checked with the Tesla, so I mean, you just saw me put it on, but these are the maximum dimensions. This is kind of how it goes together. This part of the video is just more for documentation purposes. So that is this page. And then there is another page, which is pretty important. There's 6 pages total. So if we flip it over, you'll see they actually have a ton of different options. So they have a 26 inch, 32 inch, or wait, 26 inch up here. Pay attention to how it's mounted. We have a 30 inch, then we have a 35.5 inch, and then a 43 inch. I got the 43 inch one for my Tesla. I think it'll look fine, or it would work fine on the front and the back. So 43 inches Tesla. Cool, cool. Let's look at the next page. And this basically tells you how to put it together. You definitely want to try to align it, and that's pretty much it, guys. And then you just put it together. Page 5 out of 6, I think that's pretty much it. The last one is just showing you how to mount the fairing a little bit more. Pretty much it. Super step by step, and this is what it'll look like when it's done. Mine kind of looks not like that. It's pretty like lopsided, but I feel like it holds pretty fine. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We've installed it. This is it.